Tonight, disturbing allegations against an East Meadow nursing home. A lawsuit from the state attorney general accuses the facility of financial fraud and widespread abuse and neglect. Now, that suit contains images we want to warn you are graphic. News 12's Kevin Vesey's been speaking with patients' relatives. He joins us from outside that nursing home, and boy, definitely disturbing stuff, Kevin.
And Doug, one relative of a former resident described this place as a prison without bars. I was speaking to people out here all night. They say their loved ones did not receive adequate care at this facility, and there were even injuries that staff members could not explain.
If you put your parent into a nursing home, they should be well cared for.
Frank Hariff Jr. says his family's trust was betrayed when his father, Frank Hariff Sr., lived at the Fulton Commons Care Center in East Meadow. One day, the retired Nassau police officer suddenly had this large cut on his face.
It was a pretty deep gash. It wasn't just a little scratch, and it just missed his eye by probably an inch.
Staff members could not explain the injury, but Frank determined it was caused by an exposed screw in the dresser. According to Attorney General Letitia James, similar stories of neglect are common here. A lawsuit claims patients are left unsupervised for hours and sometimes illegally restrained. We received photos of seniors with bruises and cuts on their faces. Some pictures so gruesome we can't show them to you. The AG says the facility was short-staffed because the owners pocketed $16 million in Medicare and Medicaid funds, money that should have been spent on patient care.
You're not giving the patients the care they need.
Lonnie Johnson's mother, Lillian, has been living here for several years. He says the staff is clearly spread too thin.
If you call there right now, the phone is probably going to ring for 10 minutes. There's nobody to answer the phone.
This is the second legal case against Fulton Commons. Last month, a nurse was accused of sexually abusing a patient, and a supervisor was charged with covering it up. Were patients neglected? Staff members we spoke to said the lawsuit is against the facility's former management and not them. But Frank says more has to be done to protect the residents.
They need a babysitter.
Now, sadly, Frank's father died last year, but his suggestion is exactly what the Attorney General would like to see. So she's calling for health care and financial monitors to be at this facility to oversee it. Meanwhile, if you have a relative who's in a nursing facility and you think they're being abused or neglected, you should report that right away.